Yeah, in a nutshell, that about sums it up. Right now, we are residing in Mike's childhood home in Klamath Falls in Southern Oregon. But now that the jaw distraction surgery is over with, the breathing problems were really the biggest issue, the biggest scare, I think, for us. And now that that is no longer a problem, we can now focus on her cleft palate challenges.
Well, she still has a feeding tube, which means she has not yet learned how to eat like a regular baby, and her cleft palate makes that a real challenge for her. We need for her to learn to eat so that she can get bigger. Right now, despite what the pictures may show on Facebook, she's actually very small. She's in the 1.3 percentile for her height and the 20th percentile for her weight, for her age. So if we want to come back to DA, she needs to learn how to feed. And as well, for the cleft palate surgery coming up when she's about 1 year old, she needs to be about twice the weight that she is right now. So for that surgery, she needs to learn to feed well.
I don't know if we could narrow it down to one major problem. There were a lot of unique and difficult challenges all rolled into one. First of all, being stuck in Germany for a month and not knowing if we were going to be able to get out. Dealing with her breathing issues and staying up at night to make sure that she was still breathing because her oxygen levels were dipping a lot. And also just dealing with the jaw distraction surgery and her progress. All of these were unique and difficult, and I don't think we could narrow it to one particular one. But we do feel like our mantra, which was watch what God does next, held true, and we proclaim that.
We saw his fingerprints probably in more places than we could even recall, but some of the big ones, just having housing right away in Germany from complete strangers who became really great friends. The financial aspect of this, we haven't even seen the final bill for all of this, but we know that it could have bankrupted us, and yet the body of Christ has come around us and supported us financially, and a lot of that came from you guys, and so we really do want to thank you, those of you who contributed to this, specifically the senior class for your gift, and the 5th grade class for all your involvement and for coming up with that big sale, and NHS for helping out with that as well. We really do thank you so much for that. It means a lot to us, and it's helped us out a lot. Additionally, when we got to Portland, our goal was to get here because it's close to where my parents live, but once we got here, we learned that one of the top surgeons in the world would be doing the surgery on her jaw. And not only that, but an opening came just a couple days after we arrived because a different child didn't need that same surgery for good reason, but it left an opening for ours to get that with the hardware that was needed as well. And there were just miracle upon miracle that occurred once we got to Portland. So that was all just a great way for God to show us that He's really involved in this whole thing. One day we'll tell Kylie all about all these things that have happened over the past few months and the way that you guys have been so supportive and loving. Until then, on behalf of Kylie, we can only say thank you and watch what God does next.